Hey guys, and welcome to Loving Home Crochet. I'm Chantel, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to use the Plushie Randomizer that I made to determine what kind of plushie we're going to make today. I am going to roll a die, and we're going to see for each category what we're going to do. So I have the plushie / pattern that we're going to use, the main color, the accent color, and then the theme / like miscellaneous thing we have to do or make for the plushie. So let's roll and see what we get. What are we gonna make? 5 alien kitty. Okay. 7 mint. Okay, that's a cute combo. I've made alien kitties in mint before. They're super cute. Okay. 4 sage green. Okay. And then 5 painted eyes. Okay. I think mint and the sage green might be a weird combo, but you never know until you try. So I'll take you guys along with me and we will see how it turns out. Okay, so I have the pattern pulled up here on my tablet. This is the alien kitty, and it's called Xanthia the Alien Kitty by Sphinx Crochet. And of course, I'll have it linked down below. It's a super cute pattern. My favorites. I like to do the sitting version, which is this one. It has floppy legs. Okay, and then this is the mint green color that we're going to use. It's called Froggy from Chanel at Michael's. And then this is the sagey color that I have. It's called, what's it called? Jadeite from... What's the other one? It's Petite Pearl. It's like what they did with what's that called? Sweet Snuggles Light and Chenille Home Slim, where they have 2 different lines for the same thing. It makes no sense, but I digress. So Jadeite and Froggy are what we rolled for. Looking at them together, I'm not as concerned as I was. Honestly, I think it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. And then for the eyes, I have these black and white pupil. They're like this black shimmery color. Super pretty. These are from Palmetto Roots and Knots, and I think they'd look really nice with this. Very nice. I use 25mm eyes on this size. That's just the size I prefer. It gives them nice big eyes, and I think it looks really nice. And then I'm going to use my I'm going to use my 3mm hook from Clover. I like this size. It gives it nice tension without like being so hard on my hands. And I like going down a size because the 3.5 would be just fine, but I like being able to have the tension without using my hands, if that makes sense, to create the tension as much, and I don't have to like hold the yarn as tight. It's just easier on my hands. It gives a better look, in my opinion. So I will stop rambling and we will get started. What is happening? What is happening? Happening. Okay, let's add the eyes here. So a little tip or trick, I guess you could say, is so these are super tight together, and you have to get this post right? Okay, so my trick is, so I find the stitch that I want to put the eye in, the 3, so I guess I'll put it right here. So I take a bigger hook, so this is my 4.5, and I shove it through the hole of the stitch that I want to use, and I kind of just give it a good like wiggle around, because the point is to loosen up that stitch so you can see the hole It's not perfect. So then sometimes I will stick the end of my 3mm in there and kind of give it a twirl, something like this, just to loosen it up a little bit and create a space for me to stick that post in. So then you can just kind of, it's still tight, I'm not gonna lie, but it makes it a lot easier than it would be if you didn't loosen up that stitch. Because believe you me, I have done it. Okay, so now it's in there. Wow! Okay, so now we are going to do the same thing on this side. Yeah, we'll just go with that one. Okay, that's the hard part of any plushie for me, is making sure the eyes are right. Thankfully, if you mess up, the eyes are big enough, it's going to cover the gap, you know, and you can move the eyes still. Like, it's not end of the world. You can still move the... I realize this looks ridiculous. Okay, so now we are going to do... But it works, you know? It's like that saying, it's not stupid if it works. Okay, so now we're going to stick the other eyeball in here. Okay, and I just push it down. Okay. Are those too close together? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. So, this is what I was saying. So you can still take the eyeball out. It's a little difficult, but you can get it. Takes a little bit of finagling, right? Okay. And then we're going to move this over a stitch here. And just repeat the process, right? And so this is going to be covered by the back of the... being covered by the back. So I'm not worried about anything coming out or anything being weird. It's all covered by the eyeball and the back, so it's fine. I've never had a problem with it. It is all covered. You can't even tell. Okay. So, is that better? Slightly better. Okay, I like to put the back on here, and kind of gives me a better idea of what we're looking at. Okay, turn her around here. You can kind of pull them apart a little bit. Okay, not bad, not bad. Don't hate it. And then grab my handy dandy heavy duty clamp. Can't talk. Okay, so you stick it so the back's in there and give it a good squeeze. Oop. Don't knock my coffee over. Rule 1 of putting in your safety eyes: don't knock your coffee over. Okay, then it just gives it a nice little squeeze there. Eyeballs are in. I love these eyes. They're so pretty. I mean, all of the eyes by Palmetto Roots and Knots. Fantastic. Okay, so let us continue and finish up the head here. We're almost done with the head part, and then we can move on to the ears and antennas. If you crochet, I'm pulling this out here. If you crochet and you don't already, like especially plushies, and you don't have a 5-inch sewing needle. I get these from Michael's. They're Susan Bates brand. If you don't have one of these, you need to get them. They're like a couple bucks and they are a game changer, I tell you. I was hesitant at first, but they are fantastic. Okay, let's see here. We're going to close up the head and I'll show you. And pull this tight here. Fluffy bits. Okay. We can kind of close this up. You're not going to see this because it's going to be attached to the body, but I don't like having gaps like that. Even, why did it do that? I don't like having gaps, even if they're going to be attached to the body later. It just bugs me. Okay. And get some of those plugged up there. Okay, so then you have this super long needle here and you can just stick it all the way through. Super easy. It is like, are you kidding me? Game changer. My fingers, I've been using these for probably about a year and my fingers have thanked me. For sure. You don't have to fight to get them through, especially if you're making like a bigger plushie. Oh, so good. Definitely get these. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the ears. Anywho, let's work on my head already. I'm not freaking out. Let's finish. Also, one more. Okay, so here's an ear with the mint and then the sage green, or froggy and jadeite. I don't know. It's interesting, like a green on green tone. I'm not sure if I like it. We'll see. I think it's interesting. It's not a color combo I would have picked, but that's the whole point of the randomizer. So we'll make the next one and see how it goes. Okay, so here are the antennas. So now we're gonna sew on the ears and the antennas and then finish up the head. Okay, here are the feet, the legs, I guess. Front legs, arms, whatever you want to call them, with the little toe beans. Super cute.
Here we go. Oh great, how fantastic. Let me add
So the message again, so if you read that message, right, it's going to work
Okay, here it is. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the gray, like the sage and the mint together, but I think it turned out super cute. It's almost giving like a gray green color with the mint. But I think it turned out cute. Would love to know what you think down below. And we're definitely going to do this again on next Wednesday. And this guy will be up on my website if anybody wants to adopt him. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And I will see you Sunday for weekly makes. Bye, guys.